but real quick, we're going to do two things right now before we start our player recognition. First and foremost, we do have a birthday in the room, so I think it would be his biggest honor if we can sing Donnie McKay. Happy birthday. 3, 2, 1, go ahead. We were lucky enough to get some prizes donated to us by a couple of different sponsors. So, Whimsy, Salesforce, Savages, Bike Center, Tim's, Reds, Williams Seafood, Buttercream Greens, and Stu Talley have donated some prizes. If your name is drawn, you can come up to the last table here and grab a prize. Coaches, you are included in this. So, there are 45 names up for grabs here. And we're going with the first one here. You can grab whatever prize you like. First one is Brad Stewart, 15-minute Apex. And you grab yours. Next person going. Sage Gilmore, 14-minute Power. Tommy McKnight. He's not here. Macy Russell. Callie Devereaux.
14U girls and 13U girls and boys actually. So starting in January, we're going to run a competitive house league, which is only for Spartans athletes, and it's 13U, 14U. It's Monday nights, so I think it avoids a lot of practices. Myself and Nathan, and we'll get some some guest coaches from the club will run it. We'll do some skills and drills, and then they will play. So it just gives an opportunity for you guys to get extra reps outside of your coaches. And it's only $150, so it's pretty cheap for 10 sessions and lots of play. All right, can I please have, where are you? 14 Valerie right there.
This fall, this group embodied valor. We played 5 tournaments this season, and every single time this team earned a spot in the semifinals. That consistency spoke volumes about your work ethic. The results told an even stronger story. 3 third place, 1 silver medal, and a gold medal in provincials in Div 2. In the end, we finished 9th out of 31 teams. You didn't just show up, you competed, you believed, and when it mattered most, you delivered. This season wasn't just about medals, it was about the laughs. From nothing but knee pad practice and first attempts at diving, some were graceful dancers and some absolutely fish out of land, to Sarah's awkward fist pumps and missed handshakes, questionable ref calls, and moments where the score somehow felt permanently stuck at 6-7. One of our favorite moments this season was battling it out with Phoenix. Those matches were always intense, competitive, and full of heart. But just as memorable was the camaraderie, respect, and sportsmanship between both teams. They pushed us to be better every time we stepped on the court, and those games will always stand out as a highlight of our season. Now a little bit about each player really quickly, since we don't do awards. Lena defied toughness. After fracturing her foot in our final exhibition game before provincials, she still led when it mattered most. Her teammates describe her as determined and dependable, a true leader who always showed up. Amy blossomed this season into a real threat in the middle. Her hits became a force and her confidence grew every match. Her teammates described her as strong, dependable, and determined. Kate O defied competitiveness. Dedicated and athletic, she was a quick thinker and natural playmaker. Her teammates described her as confident, and this season her hitting and serving reached new heights. Sarah brought energy to the court every day. Outgoing and encouraging, she was a true team player with big serves and strong swings. Her teammates describe her as funny and a constant mood lifter. Lola brought hustle and a voice to everything she did. Funny and vocal, she was a dependable team player with a great serve. Her teammates describe her as confident and competitive. Sophie grew this season as a setter, showing a natural feel for the game and quick decision-making. Loud, encouraging, and dependable, her teammates describe her as small but mighty, a strong server and energetic leader. Kate G was steady and reliable, smart and fearless. She made plays just when you thought the ball was down. Her teammates described her as supportive and consistent. Ireland played fearless and loud, bringing constant energy. A hard-working teammate, she showed real growth this season, especially with short serves that caught teams off guard. Her teammates described her as determined and the ultimate hype queen. Sage was the definition of reliable, confident and consistent. She had an incredible instinct for the game, a true libero in disguise. Her teammates described her as hardworking and humble. Ellie was steady and focused, a versatile playmaker. She delivered consistent plays and impressive skills. Her teammates described her as hardworking and inspiring. Callie was adaptable and driven, a smart athlete who made an impact. This season, she delivered big plays at the net and strong blocks. Her teammates described her as hardworking and genuine. And Mila played with calm confidence and a team-first mindset. Quick thinking and dependable, her hitting really flourished this season. Her teammates described her as positive and determined. I also want to thank my assistant coach, my soundboard, my constant support, and one of my closest friends, Nat. Your insight and belief in this team means so much. And thank you, Mia and Ashley, whose experience and wisdom added so much to this group. This season gave us a clear sense of who we are. These athletes showed kindness through their actions, supported one another, and truly played as a team. Winning together, losing together, and growing growing together every step of the way. Thanks for a great season, Valor. Okay, 14U Valor, you can come on stage to get your certificate.
All right, guys, let's go lay out for 14U Phoenix.
Alright, before I start, I want to acknowledge the parent volunteers that assisted me in playing the banquet this year. Even though they are watching via live stream, could we please take a moment to give them a round of applause. And I want to start by congratulating all Spartans teams with their recent successes at provincials and to acknowledge the Spartans organization for the continued efforts to grow the sport of volleyball within Eastern Canada. I also want to provide special recognition to 14U Valor and 14U Apex for their performances at provincials and for our matches this season. The 14U Female Phoenix team has enjoyed quite a remarkable fall season, from development and growth of individuals in the team to victories and successes on and off the court. These girls have shown true integrity, passion for the game, and leadership. It's hard to believe how fast these past few months have gone by. Yet that's not hard to believe. It is how this team has continuously rallied together to put on a show and prove to others that while we are strong individually, we are a lot stronger collectively. Our season began on a high note with a trip to the finals in Bathurst at our very first tournament against a very strong Mat 15. We viewed this as an opportunity to succeed and improve rather than as a moment of defeat and self-doubt. From there, we saw 4 more consecutive trips to finals, picking up 2 gold medals along the way. Although a tiebreak didn't quite go our way at provincials, we ended our fall season the same way we started it, with no quit, always hustle attitudes in which we leave it all on the court and have fun doing it. My favorite part so far this season is the camaraderie you have with each other and how you play as a team. It has been amazing to watch you play together, grow together, and be together, both on and off the court. The inspiration and awe you have demonstrated thus far into the season has not only strengthened our joy of coaching, but has also shown us that the best is yet to come for this team. Our success wouldn't be without a few acknowledgements. Firstly, the parents not only getting the girls to practice, tournaments, and team bondings, but for believing in the vision we as coaches have held for this team. Second, I need to acknowledge the commitment of our coaching staff. Don, Emily, and Janie, your contributions to this team are countless, and it has been a pleasure working alongside you. Thirdly, we need to acknowledge our competition. We've had many battles against the top teams in this province. Win or lose, you have shown us the importance of staying true to ourselves, never quitting, and to do better and be better at all times. As a teacher, I always value learning from my students just as much as they learn from me. This is no different as a coach, as you've all taught me valuable lessons throughout this season. Whether it is to lean on those around you, find light in a dark situation, laugh more, and see things from a different perspective, I want to thank you for sharing this journey with me this season. I want to leave you all with this closing remark. Be so proud of the efforts that you have put forth. Look forward to the opportunities that have yet to come. Cherish the moments that have happened. And lastly, if you fall 6 times, get up 7. As we close this chapter of our current season, we open up another. 2026 better be prepared for Phoenix season because the best is yet to come. To my fellow coaches, have a safe and happy holiday season and best of luck in your winter season. I want to invite 4 Phoenix up to the stage to receive their award.
bro. Do the photo over here, bro. Bianca, I love you.
First of all, I'd like to say congrats to all of our teams on some amazing performances to date. For those that did well and won provincials, congratulations to you guys, or just competed and improved all season. Great job to everyone. I'd also like to say a big thank you to my coaching team, Robin, Lisa, and Caitlin. That these guys, I would be coaching because they definitely do a lot of things that I don't want to do. They're a great staff. We have a very similar approach to how we do things. And we all believe in connecting with players. That's one of our big philosophies. So Robin's going to talk about that.
Hello everyone. So as coaches, believing in connecting with our players and getting the best out of them is our main focus. We all definitely have the same philosophy and want to have that connection with every single one of our players. I think some of our now 15 years that we coached last year can definitely attest to that. Letting those connections go was definitely tough, and now trying to find new ones with a lot of athletes we really didn't know when tryouts came along was a big task. But slowly, as the season has gone on, through team building, practices, games, and tourneys, those connections became stronger and stronger every day. Mainly because when you go into battle with people, coaches, players, win or lose, you form that strong connection. Those highs of winning a tournament are amazing, but just as the lows of losing can feel unbearable, but definitely bring us together. Coming from someone who hates to lose, hi Mikey, but the battles have brought us closer together and only energize us as coaches to keep working harder and get the best out of our group.
Alright, so we're going to say a few words about each of our girls. Alright, so first Abby Eagers. So Abby's just recently turned 13. She's pushing about 6 feet tall. But what really stands out is how she plays beyond her years. She blocks like she's 16. She crushes the ball with both power and precision, and is one of the most reliable servers on our team. Abby is barely scratching the surface of what she's capable of, and she's going to be a massive force in the sport for years to come. Actually, when all the Spartans, like big leagues, were watching our last game, which was really cool and I appreciated it, after I had like Nat Dubé and a couple other girls were like, that new middle you have is freaking crazy. And I was like, yeah, she is. They're all pretty crazy. All right, so
next up, Abby Hubby. Abby Hubby is one of the very happy we saw from the Piranhas. She has some of the most beautiful hands you'll ever see and can absolutely crush volleyball. She started the season with a quirky backspin serve, and by the end turned into one of the toughest servers on our team. Thank you for choosing us, Abby. We're lucky to have you.
Sophie, our little workhorse. As our other setter, she can play every position on the court and does whatever the team needs without hesitation. Even though she's on the shorter side, she can absolutely rip a ball. And in the finals, she ripped one down the line. It was one of the hardest hits I saw the whole tournament. Sophie's smart, she's very strategic, she's always thinking 2 plays ahead. Great job, Sophie.
Chloe Sormica. Chloe has a whip for an arm with her long fingers. Her attacks are incredibly hard to stop, and her serves come at you like bullets. She's a true force on the floor, and someone opponents have to constantly account for.
Kate, our Steady Eddie. Steady Eddie Kate might be one of the most skilled backcourt middles I've ever coached. She passes absolute dimes, hits with strength, and rarely makes mistakes. Kate is the player you can always count on to make the right play when it matters the most.
Della. Crazy Della in the best way possible. Character absolutely oozes out of her pores. Her post-walk celebrations light up the gym, and her quirky sense of humor keeps teammates and coaches wanting more. Della brings energy, joy, and personality that elevate everyone around her.
and she always brings 110% every single time she steps onto the court. She's consistent, reliable, she thrives under pressure, and if there's a tough moment in the match, Devin is exactly who you want out on the floor.
Chloe Spencer. Chloe Spencer has star qualities written all over her. She's tall, aggressive, loves the game, and is always hungry to improve. The growth we've seen from her since our triple ball days is absolutely insane, and she's only just getting started.
Zoe Stormington. Zoe used to fly under the radar a little bit, but she's found her confidence in a big way. She's been a huge asset to the team in both passing and hitting. And a few weeks ago, we discovered her hidden talent. She's got beautiful hands. And watch out, 2026, there might be another setter on the Apex team.
Yoma has improved exponentially since the start of her season. She can outjump most players on the team, brings a fierce, competitive spirit, and blocks better than most boys her age. She's an absolute joy to watch, and you can feel her happiness every time she makes a big play.
Lauren. Lauren is our little Miss Mighty. She's a strong hitter, a great passer, and has an incredibly high volleyball IQ. Anytime I have a question or I want someone to be a leader on the floor, I always look to Lauren. Her jump serve in the finals is absolutely insane. I think she got like 7 points in a row that we really needed. All-around skill, and it was on full display during the finals. Lauren consistently finds ways to impact her game.
And finally, Niore. She is a kid to watch. Former players and athletes have commented on videos of her in disbelief that she's only 13. At 5'4", she can hit from inside the attack line, something you just don't see every day. Pretty incredible, and it's only the beginning for her.
We love you, girl.
Alright, sorry about this, but after all this talk of battles, connections, and where's this brought us as a team? 6 tournaments, 4 gold medals, 1 silver, 1 bronze. Medals at every single tournament that we entered this year. Second in the province overall after provincials. It's an amazing record. We couldn't be more proud as coaches of not only how these girls play, but how they conduct themselves, run on and off the court, and carry themselves and represent the club. On the big stage of provincials, we started off slow and nervous, but we did fight to come first place in our pool overall. We then ended up beating Cyclones Arctic, beating them 2 straight to semis, then lost a heartbreaking, but hopefully character-building final to Mad Vic, losing 15-13 in the 3rd set. As I've said to my girls 100 times, and they'll hear me, and even my 15-year girls I used to coach will remember this too. Winning tournaments is never easy. You have to play well. Things have to go right. You have to have no injuries. You have to get calls. You have to have some lucky breaks. Winning a tournament, whether it's provincials or just your local tournament, is never an easy thing to do. So at the end of the day, for us to have 4 wins in 3 months is just a testament to how amazing our team is and how hard they play. They give 110% not only at every tournament, but every practice, which is crazy to watch. And it's, for us as coaches, it's always been inspiring just to go to just our regular practice with them. So to our girls, to sum up, I speak for all the coaches and we say, we can't be more proud of you guys and what you've done so far this year. You've improved as individuals, but even more so as teammates over the last few months. Supporting each other more and more every day towards a common team goal. We can't wait to get started in 2026, so rest up, enjoy the break, because we're coming out flying in the new year. Go Sparks!
Boys teams from this weekend are young boys. They're not real to sit at this, listen to all this, and respect it. And they played amazing on the weekend. All of those teams, and those teams have been here tonight. And I would like to call our 15 team of Phoenix coaches, Alex,
season defined by teamwork, commitment, and growth. The group of 12 athletes supported one another, pushed each other to improve, and truly embodied what it means to be a team. While there are presently only three awards this evening, these recognitions reflect the collective efforts of the entire team. Choosing just 3 athletes was... I lost my words. Choosing just 3 athletes was an incredibly difficult decision for the coaching staff, although they're not here with me now, and involved many thoughtful conversations, as every player made meaningful contributions throughout the season. These awards honor not just individual moments, but the unity, dedication, and effort that this team brought to the court every day. So this athlete showed remarkable growth throughout the season, demonstrated dedication, consistency, and a strong willingness to learn. Throughout hard work and perseverance, they made noticeable improvements in every aspect of their game, especially developing incredible defensive skills, consistently making smart reads, extending rallies, and keeping plays alive when it mattered most. Their positive attitude, determined, and commitment not only elevated their own performance, but also contributed to the strength and energy of the team. It is our pleasure to award the most improved player to Ava Valentine. Our next athlete is someone who proved that impact isn't measured by reach, but by effort, awareness, and heart. No matter the challenge, she earned her place on the court through a consistency, grit, and a deep understanding of the game. She ran the offense and with confidence, made smart decisions under pressure, and put her teammates in the best possible positions to succeed. Defensively, she was fearless, reliable, and relentless, time and time again making plays that changed momentum. This award recognizes her work ethic, resilience, and the trust she earned from both coaches and teammates. The Coach of Choice Award goes to Macy Russell. Lastly, we are proud to recognize an athlete whose season was defined by resilience, leadership, and excellence. Despite facing injuries throughout the year, she remained committed, worked relentlessly to return stronger, and never stopped contributing to our team. Her stand-up performance at provincials showcased her composure under pressure, skill at a high level of competition, and ability to rise when it mattered most. This award reflects not only her talent on the court, but also her determination, work ethic, and the positive impact she had on her teammates all season long. It is our pleasure to announce this year's Spartans 15U Phoenix MVP, Maddie Stairs.
Continuing, guys, come on.
for Sebastian. All right, and last up we have MVP. So our MVP is honestly, if you've been able to watch our team, is just a beast on the court. Regardless of who we're playing or where they're playing, whether it's front court or the back court, they just find a way to get points no matter what they're doing. We've been playing teams before, and they've seen this athletes warm up, and we've had them come up to us and be like, "We're scared to play you because we've seen this for like we're not." And that's obviously offensively, but even their first contact on service and playing in 5, even sometimes 6 back, like this athlete is just a force to be reckoned with, and I cannot wait to see them move to the left side after Christmas on our team and moving forward. Our MVP is Liv Warner. And that was all. Thank you.
And we have 16 email Phoenix.
Good evening, everybody. For people that don't know me, my name is Matt. I had a great time coaching this group of young men here in the U16 Phoenix team. Before we start, I'd like to do a special thank you to our assistant coach, Jan. As well as all the coaches here that are non-parent coaches. Like, that's pretty special. There's a lot of you guys here, and for you guys to be giving that much time and helping out our kids, it's truly appreciated. Thank you. Our team this year, I mean, we came a long way. It's like a hodgepodge type of group here. We have different ages, different skill levels, and it came together tremendously at the end. So when we started out, there was a lot of learning. A lot of our players, I'd say about half our team are new to club volleyball, and it wasn't showing at the end of the season. So it was a lot of improvement as a team. So I'm really proud of the young men that we have here. For the most improved. Now, I think this is probably the most important one of the 3. It's always difficult to give individual awards to teammates, but I think this is the most important. No matter how strong you are as a player, you always want to keep on improving. You always want to keep on getting to the next level, and there's nothing better than seeing these people or these kids show up and trying to improve their skill and trying to improve their spot on their team or trying to get to the next level. When it comes to our most improved player over here, this player has a high ceiling. This player is somebody that shows a lot of potential, and I truly believe that this player can keep on making some teams, get to the next level, and looking at the Apex or making some senior varsity teams going forward. Now, he probably started out the season lacking a little bit of confidence. And it was great seeing him gain confidence throughout the season. Not only personally, but seeing the team believe in him. Seeing this guy really step up in our game. He was an absolute monster at the net. We were setting up our defense behind him, and every time he was up, we really felt that we were able to get that ball up. So our most
most improved this year is Will Wilby. Now, right straight from the start of the season, I really push on our teams, or our players. There's three things that we can control. Like, we live in a world, we play a sport where there's a lot of stuff that we do not control. You know, the judgment of the referee, the teammate, or the team that we're playing across the net, we don't control any of that. We control three things. We control preparation, we control attitude, and we control effort. And this player was an A+ on all three. All season, this kid showed up to practice, wanting to learn, ready to practice, ready to do everything he can to improve his game. When we weren't at practice, this kid was going to the gym, training hard, building up muscle, building up power, so he can get to the next level. While we were playing our games, attitude was always 100%. Never complains. Perfect teammate. Somebody that you really want to have around you all the time. I truly enjoy this team. And effort, all season. We've really tried to be the guy that was putting the effort and showing up and making everybody else work as hard as he did. So our most improved this year, or not our most improved, but the coach's choice this year is Eli. We started out with players that have been playing club for a while, that have very high volleyball IQ, and we needed to wait, like we really needed them to steer the ship. We need those people to bring the other guys up to this level, and this player did. You know, it could have went up and down when we were going to those tournaments, and we kept on playing hard, and we really improved every time. And our player that was steering that ship was our captain, Ben Warren.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone that was involved in making this season a success across all programs. Speaking on behalf of the 60U Boys Apex team, we're incredibly grateful for all the work that went behind the scenes that allowed us to play and coach the sport that all brought us here tonight. So we're going to try to keep this short. Speaking for the coaching staff, Brad and I here, I just want to say how thankful I am to have been a part of this program. And I've had the opportunity to coach this group of guys. I truly couldn't have asked for a better group of boys. Maybe a little bit better ball handling, but that's something we're working on. At the beginning of the season, we set a goal. Provincials was the main target. We were clear about what we wanted to do, what we wanted to accomplish, our team. We committed to the work, we trusted the process, and in the end, we did exactly what we set out to do. But what stood out the most this season was the resilience. So the resilience in key moments, your willingness to embrace pressure situations rather than shy away from it. We knew from day one that we were going to be, there's going to be everyone against us every time we walk into the gym. So your ability to stay present, compete together, and play for the guys beside you was something really special to watch. But more than anything, it was the team culture and the team dynamic that you guys created that makes me the most proud of you. So the way you supported one another, held each other accountable, and genuinely enjoyed being around each other is what made this team special and was a huge factor to our success. It was especially meaningful to see how you guys welcomed our exchange student, Jorge, who can't be here with us tonight because he had to leave. Oh, yeah. And how you guys made him feel like part of the group since day one. And I can confidently say that you guys played a big role in making his experience here in Canada one he's never going to forget. And those are the kinds of things that make sports so great, right? And that's one of the reasons why you guys are such a special group. So with that being said, I'm extremely proud of you guys, for you guys, and grateful for Spartans Club, which allowed us to create these memories and experiences that are going to last us a lifetime. So yeah, with that being said, we're going to move forward to the awards. So our most improved player goes to a player who showed consistent improvement, not only in practices, but in games, in terms of offensive consistency, and as well as defensive consistency. So this, the award for most improved player goes to Russell Collins. So moving on to the Coach's Choice Award. It goes to an athlete that I can confidently say everyone loves. A guy who played every single set this year without an actual jersey. And the third referee on the court. So this award goes to McCullough. MVP of our team goes to a player that was consistent all around and we can always rely on in terms of offense and block. A player with great energy that brought the team together, always showed up for practice, always gave 100%, always asked questions, always wanted to get better. Unfortunately, he can't be here tonight because he's gone home, but this award goes to Jorge Toledo.
club with you guys. From start to finish, this group worked tirelessly and practiced in every tournament. To not only challenge themselves, but their opponents. From taking down the top 17 teams to taking home 6th place at provincials, you guys proved not only to us, but to yourselves, you guys are a force to be reckoned with. You guys are one of the most special groups I've ever had the pleasure of coaching, and I don't say that lightly, and I will cherish you guys forever. So moving on to our poster group, we knew our trials this year, this player was going to be an asset. She worked tirelessly at every practice to improve on her skill. She asked question after question in games to ensure she was making the right choices. Her attitude never wavered, and she constantly pushed herself harder than we've ever seen. Our most improved player goes to Leah Wolf. Her time on the court was earned for her hard work and dedication by putting her team first over herself every single time. Our coach's choice goes to Braylon McFarland. All season, this player left her heart on the court in every match she played. She turned herself into a leader and led by example by pushing herself to be the best she could possibly be. She became an anchor for this team and someone we knew we could always rely on. And I still hear CCC in my dreams every single night. Our MVP goes to Kate Anderson.
Okay, folks, we're almost there. We're almost there. Let's try to focus. Try to hone in here. Just whisper, because I can hear you back there.
Hello folks, my name is Paul Diamond and this is Mike Kennedy, and we are the coaches for 18 Middle Valley. I coached 3 years ago with this club, and I arrived and I didn't know I had to do a speech. So I had some time over after provincials, and I came up with a volume, a chapter book. So here we go. Before I talk about our team and our season, I want to acknowledge Mike, president of the club, for allowing me the opportunity to coach. Natasha, who's not here, she's sick, for all the hard work in finding the gym time for the teams. Nathan and Carney for fielding all the questions I had when I didn't know where the answer was. And any other sports folks behind the scenes for their support. I'd like to congratulate Team Apex on their goal, great acknowledgement, and Team Phoenix for their silver as well. So those were our competition at provincials. I've been at this a long time. I coached my first team 31 years ago, and when I was in my mid-20s.
And I actually coached when this club president was terrifying other high school players with his ambidextrous skill, his long, flowing blonde locks, and the traditional headband made famous by the Stanley High School Blue Devils at the time. Long time ago. By the time I hit my mid-30s, I wanted to approach coaching youth sports in a different way. So that's when the light bulb went off for me. I wanted to focus not all about winning, but focus on competing, learning, and having individuals contribute the best way they can within a team aspect. Players will rise to the challenge if you give them the opportunity to compete. In a sense, this reflects life, competing, pushing yourself to get better each day, contributing, and not being afraid to take up challenges and not giving up. Winning in life doesn't always happen beyond the walls of the gymnasium, but the previous attributes can always be instilled by every coach. With that said, the 18U Valor team won at provincials, and I'll come back to that. When tryouts concluded, Mike Doobie and I were given the opportunity to coach 10 players, one of which who quit early in September due to a four-wheeler accident and where he hurt his shoulder in upcoming hunting season. That is no word of lie. Hunting season came before he wanted to play. True story. Okay? Then we had 9 athletes. Athletes who had never played before, any volleyball before, but had the courage to go to tryouts thanks to a friend. Athletes previously dismissed in conversation because of their height. Athletes who historically stood too long on the sidelines without the opportunity to develop. And that's, we had a single setter who didn't start playing organized volleyball until grade 9. And we had a single lib, who proved to be an incredible and positive leader. Even though we fell in the quarterfinals to an engaged and more efficient Phoenix team, by scores of 12, 25, and 15-25, I want to congrats to coaches and players. Our team never gave up, and it was one match where our season plan faltered and we struggled. And that happens all the time in sport. With that said, I coached this team against any other team, and I consider it a privilege that I had the opportunity, Mike and I, to coach that team. Throughout the season, we planned to contribute as individuals, compete as a team, and support each other. We saw our first success in mid-October, winning a split against the Timberwolves in 1925 and then 25-16 to win. We fell to Bathurst, 13-25, 25-22, and actually pushed Phoenix to 27. They beat us 2 games. We won 27-25 and 25-15. We showed we could compete with teams on a regular basis, teams that regularly made playoffs. Okay, I hear a sound here. Okay. By the Octo tournament, mid-October, our growth continued. We lost to the second place team at ranking, Bathurst again. 15-25, only to rebound and win 28-26 with the support of the Phoenix crew. So thanks for that, guys. That didn't go unnoticed for all the cheering that we did. And that's what's great about sport. We tied for 5th place at provincials in Tier 1 after never making the playoffs. So that's a huge accomplishment. And I can throw some numbers at you. 29, 32, 34, 39. Those are the total match points that were accumulated by the opposing teams playing and competing against the provincial gold medal champs, Team Apex, across 4 matches. The 39 points came from our team. So we can compete. mighty team. The Valor crew are a great group of polite and receptive young men who can compete. They develop positive attitudes towards team dynamic, develop more confidence in challenging situations. So I'll go back to the earlier statement. With this group of players and the supportive parents over the season, we've won at provincials throughout the season.
Time has been going on for 5 minutes. So I'm going to cut my speech in half. I'm going right to. So this team is gelled together from day one. I just started back coaching. For me, I have coached for 27 years, so Paul brought me into this, so thank you to Paul for the Sparks program. I'm going to skip everything I wanted to say in the first part. We're going to get into the first award, which will be the most improved. So first we have the most improved, and I haven't decided what on that because we had a lot of debates. I saw this player grow his position and improve his range and decision making in every game he played. He took charge of our offense. He made some great plays for the team. He never took a set off, and I'm proud to call him our most improved player. So please bring up Caleb Dunn. The next award we have, my speaking skills are a little lacking here. I never thought I was going to be doing this as well. So when we spoke of our coaches, I'll just put it up here so I can talk to you guys. When we spoke of our coaches' choice award, we thought so many players in this team because we're a team of 9. And dedication for this, I'm going off script. The dedication for these 9 was next to no one. They came every practice. We're missing 3 tonight. That's the first time we've missed more than 2. They've been there every day, every game, early when we asked them to. So our coach's choice, we thought so many players, this person stood out with his efforts in practice, his awareness on the court, and taking every bit of instruction passed along, making him very coachable. So our coach's award for this will be Max Moore. Our leader, our glue player, as Paul likes to call him. He's also put so much effort into his defense for us. He won every starting race to the net to start a match. Every one of them. We can say much more about it, but please welcome our team MVP. Please welcome Joe Knapp. For me, once again, thank you to the organizers, players, coaches, everyone was screening, all your parents. We had the best set of parents. No one complained. They were happy with play time. I don't think I've ever coached a team where I had parents like we do for the support. The last thing I want to say is we're not Spartans 3, we're not Spartans C, we're Spartans Valor, and that's the way we play this year. Harry, this is for you. The speech is not going to go that long, but just like you're blocking against February. We're done. Thank you.
for our group this year, I think when I think of what makes a good team, the phrase that comes to mind most often is that great teams are more than the sum of their parts. And I think that's very, very well exemplified by the group that we have here today. This is a group that came together and was able to develop as a team and peaked at the right time. I think that's something we talked about throughout the entire year. I think probably the thing that I said the most throughout the year was that I did not care about this tournament. I cared about the last tournament. And that was something that they took to heart and they put the work in, and the results speak for themselves. From not making a single semifinal, or not going past the semifinal all year, to becoming a silver medalist at provincials, I think this is the perfect example of hard work paying off and peaking at the right time. So you guys should be very proud of yourselves for that. Congratulations. That being said, we will move right into awards. So first up is our most improved award. I think this player was by far the one that had the least debate. I think it was pretty obvious that the growth that this person had throughout the year was substantial, to say the least. From perhaps never having dove in their entire life to being a contributor on defense in the provincial finals. I think is by far and away the best example of the commitment to the game that they had throughout the year, and the future is very, very bright for this athlete as well. So our most improved is Isaac. All right. Next up is the Coach's Choice Award. These ones were exceptionally difficult. I tried to split these awards a few times. I got that survey sent back to me a few times, trying to sneak a few extra players in for some recognition. But I did eventually have to narrow it down to one. So for our Coach's Choice Award this year was a player that we had a tremendous amount of trouble taking off the court. This was someone who had incredible presence and really is like someone who there's value, especially in this age group, to people who are genuinely intimidating. And I think that was something that was really, really brought across from this player and was something that was very, very valuable to us throughout the year. And once again, someone who has an exceptionally bright future in the sport here. So our Coach's Choice Award is John. Perfect. All right, so before we get to MVP, I apologize for screwing up the slide order. I do have a couple of honorable mentions as well. Mike said he was going to do some, so I'm going to sneak some in here as well. There's two honorable mentions I want to throw out this year. The first is to Xavier. I'm not going to make you walk up here, but for athletes to have the sport taken away from you at a time like this is very, very difficult, and to still be as involved and as supportive as he has been throughout the year is definitely something that deserves recognition. So first honorable mention is for Xavier. Thank you. Second honorable mention is for this specific athlete was challenged at the beginning of the year. The very first conversation I had with this athlete at the beginning of the year was about what their season was going to look like and the attitude that they bring. Primarily this year I challenged this athlete that they were not just a contributor on the court, but they were someone who's going to be more of a leader this year. And they stepped up and they were very much the leader of this team when we needed one. And so I cannot thank them enough for their growth
step into that role as well. So our second honorable mention is Colin Van Milton. Last but not least, we'll get to the MVP final. So our MVP was another player that we had an exceptionally hard time taking off the court. And this is someone who was exceptionally steady for us throughout the year. And I think probably got, not all, but was involved in almost all of the biggest highlights and the biggest plays, and almost certainly got all the biggest cheers throughout the season, just for their dedication to what they do. Usually it's very rare that someone at this position is recognized or is noticed in a game, except when things go terribly wrong. So for someone like this to stand out as exceptional amongst their group and amongst their peers, I think deserves recognition. So our MVP this year is Riley.
And in a world where everyone's getting a medal and everybody wants their child to succeed, I want to thank the parents that congratulate those kids that are getting awards and those athletes that congratulate those kids that are getting awards when they don't get them. That right there builds community and it builds our club. And you may not get recognized tonight, but I urge you to keep working and stay grateful, and your time will come. For my team, it's overwhelming that I get to spend the time with these kids, great kids. I want to thank Mike and Maggie. I don't know why I'm doing like I also want to thank Dennis. His broadcast was awesome, and I stole his partner in crime. If you go back to 60U, they really are amazing. But Dennis has learned to, fly in his own. He's doing a great job. I need to thank my wife and Carney and Natasha. And all of the board and coaches that allow me to be in this position. I have a lot of great athletes, and there's a lot of pressure when you have those athletes. And having athletes that want to achieve what they want to achieve, I can't do it with everyone else. Right? I can't do it. So it really is about being grateful for all the people around me. I also want to thank Kyle and Ty. That team was awesome and allowed me to do what I can do. Honorable mentions for most improved. Jacob Toner. From body language to positive self-talk, it's all roses when things are going well. When an athlete starts to figure things out, it makes me very proud. Another honorable mention was Alexi. When we started our season, I had 13 starters. I now have 11 athletes. Right. So it's pushed to push, and Alexi did a really good job of pushing his partner, and has massive growth. and a couple tweaks, and he will be the best setter, I promise. There's no doubt. Another athlete I want to talk about is Danila. Many people don't get to see the Danila I see, and it is high. If you talk to him about this, be true. He's got goals, and it's elite. Sometimes in the court, he's still 6'4" and trying to figure it out. But there are times, if you've seen him cross over the net, it is a big deal. Now we get to our award winner, and this athlete's extremely coachable, and improvement, when I think of him overall, anyone that has spent time with him, he really didn't need to improve his attitude. That's not an issue. His skill and his ability to listen and clarify and figure it out. If you talk to his mom, you'll understand why he's so thorough. And I'm really proud of this athlete. He follows a plan, and he's one of my favorite kids that I've ever coached, and it's Aiden Reed. Coach's choice. Some other honorable mentions for coach's choice. I could give a lot of these kids coach's choice. They're playing 2 sports, they're traveling. I mean, I don't think I ever had a kid, just not do something. They work their guts out. And Max Vanderpool is one of those athletes. He competes at a level. If you spend time with him, it is a level. The boys understand it. If you're in the huddle, it's like Mike Walsh type of compete. It really is. Another coach's choice that certainly comes to mind is James Jessup. I can't say enough great things about this young man, and he was our most valuable player this weekend. He really set the tone to a lot of challenges. It's a tough schedule. We played a Valor team, we played a Bulldog team. Target's big. We were expected to really do well. And we started slow, and he really straightened the ship, right? Especially against that final against Phoenix. That was tough. It was back and forth and neck, and sometimes during the season, there was a struggle, and he really grew in this situation. Winner for coach's choice goes to an athlete that's putting in more time than probably any athlete here. They're traveling. They're playing 2 sports. I was so happy I get to coach this athlete. And I know that we're on the cusp of doing some major things, and it's Toby. What we didn't talk about yet is that I have 2 15-year-olds in the court. They can't even drive, right? So when we're talking most valuable player, it could flip back and forth from Carter Law or definitely Mr. Sauvé. They are elite at what they do, and they could have stayed down at 16U and gotten all the accolades and been the best. They're great coaches down there. But I'm very proud in what they bring to our team and the skill that they provide. As far as an MVP, Tony was really good. I want to mention Tony tonight. It's funny, if you watch Tony, he's hard to read, but never has this child ever complained. Not once. Not once, and God given it to him. Never does he complain. It's really elite, and I really think with his belief and his hard work, you really can do great things. Our most valuable player, obviously, it's always hard to choose your most valuable player. And a player dynamic when you're coaching your own kid, you can watch it. You can watch it when we play. It's a push, it's a pull. I've coached a lot of athletes. Sometimes Jackson will remind me of someone named Nick Clinton. It's a real, like, they're trying to control a lot of stuff, right? There's things coming in, and that guy was elite. And then I coached my other son, and I watched the athleticism and that he brings to the table, and I'm very proud of the progress he's made, and I'm very proud of all the support that you guys give us for me to coach him. And this year we chose Jackson Gallagher.
So thank you for letting me be a part of it, and thank you, Andy and Ryan, for helping coach this season. Thank you. So this team is actually made up mostly of 17 U athletes playing up in age class, and not only holding their own at this level, but successfully competing and challenging these 18U pool in Division I. Since day one of tryouts, these players have impressed me. Not just their talent and skill on the court, but their willingness to try new things, work hard, have fun, and support one another. I also want to give a special shout out to our older athletes who are graduating this season: Katie, Reardon, Lindy, Stella, and Chloe. These players really stepped up as leaders on our team, setting the tone for practices, keeping us steady in tough matches, getting big kills and blocks when it mattered most, and being positive and supportive no matter the situation. We had our fair share of challenges, taking on a very large roster, losing some key players to injuries, putting up with Andy's jokes, and and most importantly, I asked some players to step into roles that they didn't expect. Special shout out to Reardon at Provincials, who played as one of our starting middles. You absolutely crushed it. It was so fun to watch you. And every time you guys have risen to the occasion, it's been so much fun coaching you and seeing you grow as players and people. So thank you, girls, for your effort, heart, and the countless moments that made the first part of our season so memorable. I'm so proud of each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see what we accomplish in 2026. For our award winners, our most improved award goes to a player whose growth this season as a setter has been outstanding to watch. She consistently brings positive energy on the court, approaches every practice with a strong work ethic, and embraced a ton of feedback with enthusiasm and maturity. Her effort transformed her game. She took control of our offense, built connections with all of our hitters, and developed the presence a setter needs to run the court. Watching her skills and confidence improve has been a highlight of the season, and we couldn't be prouder of the setter that she's become. Congratulations, Casey. Even after her injury, which kept her from playing at her last provincials, she's never once stepped back from her role as a leader on this team. She shows up every day with unwavering support for her teammates, a positive attitude, and a work ethic that set the standard for our whole team. On the court, she's foundational to our offense as an attacker, always calling out for the set, as well as a strong defender with her block and digs, never giving up on the ball. She's constantly pushing herself to improve, motivating and encouraging her teammates, and we are so grateful for everything that she's given us so far this season, and can't wait to see what she'll do on the court when that ankle's healed up. Congrats, Chloe. Okay, finally we have our MVP award. This was a really tough decision, like so many coaches have said tonight. So many players have stepped up in big moments throughout the season. We had several athletes in mind who were consistently reliable, or others who could completely change the momentum of a match if we needed them to. In the end, we chose a player who's truly been a cornerstone of our offense all season long. Out of the right side, she controls the game with smart, well-placed shots, making great decisions under pressure, and she always does it with a smile on her face. What really stands out is her dependability and composure. She's always ready to execute on offense, to keep us in rallies, or put the ball away, or even jump into serve receive when we're in trouble. She is someone who leads by example, stays positive, and brings a calm confidence to the court that's invaluable. For her consistency, versatility, and impact on this team, our MVP goes to Ella.
You gotta go get your photos in the corner now.
Good job.
7 minutes.
You did so good.
Now, the fact that the timer is on now is BS. Why nobody else had a timer but me, I find that questionable. You know what? There is a lot to be said about this team, about the graduates that we have on this team, and the people that we have coached, Natasha and Jen as well. We'll get into that more at Elites of the East. I will speak to the entire club, and something I just thought about as other coaches were talking, the challenge of winning. There's something like, I've got an approximate number, 1,958 athletes that go to provincials, that walk into the Coliseum with hopes of winning. And about 110 people actually pull it off. Meaning 95% of the people aiming to win don't succeed. It doesn't mean it's a failure, it doesn't mean that you've had a bad season, but winning is very hard, and a lot of factors do go into it. With that being said, I had a I guess, an opposing coach make a comment, not trying to be mean, but just made a comment after provincials. Well, of course your team won. Just look at them. It's not as easy. It is hard. You have to work. And if you're in that 95% and you're thinking, I can't get there, once again, I call BS. You can get there. You can work. You can persevere. You can put it all on the table so that when you get to grade 12, you're going to look back and think, I did what I could. And if you don't get there, that's not a failure. Right? This is one step in a much bigger part of your full life. But whether you're in the 95% or not, put it all on the line and give it everything you've got. So, that's it for my part. I am speaking on behalf of Natasha. Natasha sends her regrets. She cannot be here. Jen also cannot be here. So you're stuck with just Melissa and myself. But Nat wanted to pass on a few different things here. Oh, it's pinned at the top. See, this is a problem. I keep talking, I lose my spot in the chat. So, this is from Natasha. So she says, hi everyone. Hope you're all having a great evening. Very sorry I couldn't be with you. But I wanted to show some appreciation to what was a truly exceptional season by the 18U Apex team. It feels like only yesterday when the trial process came around and we spent an inordinate amount of time determining where best to place every athlete. For 7 of them, this was an 18-month process to try and reach the top. This would not have been possible without the addition of the 5 rookies. Everyone pushed each other all season, but worked beautifully as a team, resulting in 2 seeding tournament wins, a first place ranking going into provincials, and finally a Division I, Tier 1 gold medal this past weekend. We played up against senior and college teams all season to try and prepare for any adversity we may encounter at provincials, and I must say that this paid off, winning a 3-set battle against their perennial bogey team, Madvic, in the final. The core of this team now graduates with 2 provincial titles and 2 silver medals, an exceptional haul for their 4 years of high school club volleyball. Beyond that, this group of 12 girls serve as an example to all of our club athletes here in the room today by exhibiting tremendous dedication to the team and what it takes to reach this level. Our young athletes would be wise to model themselves on this group of strong young women. I've taken great pleasure in coaching this group this season and also with the Spartans program for the past 14 years. I extend a massive amount of gratitude to all of the parents involved in the team in coordinating fundraisers, making sure Airbnbs were booked, and just getting the girls to and from all the events, as well as the coaching staff. This has truly been a season to remember. And now on to the award winners, and I gotta say that just turned on.
So it's not fair, the timer restarts, because Karen took it all. I just want to start off by saying, I know I sound an emotional speaker, and Mike got me going at his emotion earlier. This season has been phenomenal. I love my girls. I love my coaches. To know this is my last season with Nat, that alone brings me to tears, but she's one of the most amazing humans I know. Oh, I gotta get it together. I haven't even started talking about my girls. This is a special group. I can't say enough about them. I don't remember a practice where we were missing more than one, and I think that was due to an injury. Just very dedicated, and to what Kearney said, when someone says, well, of course your girls won, well, yes, of course they won. They work so hard every single week and have earned every single win this season. So we'll start with most improved. When talking with coaches about who should get the most improved award, there was no hesitation or decision. It was clear.
I think back to tryouts and we thought there was going to be a 17U team. And Carney and I got into our first fight. And we're bringing this player up to 18U. I believe he stormed off and yelled, "This is not what we do." And I said, "Oh no, I actually made the nicest man alive mad at me." Luckily, plans changed and we both got our way and were able to coach this wonderful athlete. She truly embodies the Spartans culture. She works hard, cheers even harder for her teammates, listens well, and soaks up every bit of coaching advice given to her. I still remember her first tryout. She was just this lanky kid, and I don't think she made the team that year. So to see her come as a 17U athlete to an 18U team and play valuable minutes is very inspiring. To see the growth she's made in just a few short months has been a privilege, and I can't wait to see the force she'll be at Elites. Most improved goes to Camilla. So the coach's choice, I think I could have given this, or we could have given this to all 12 of our girls. They're wonderful. It's one of my favorite awards to give out. And I think when we really started talking about it, there was one person who stood out the most. Last season, she had a season-ending injury, and she was told she may not even be able to play the first half of her grade 12 club year. One of the weirdest sprains I've ever heard of, and like the back of the heel, it was really weird. With that in the back of her mind, she didn't let it stop her determination to be ready for tryouts in September. When we showed up to tryouts, she had her gear on and ready to play. And she looked a little bit taller as well. So all good things. Most players coming off an injury would have time to practice and work their way into full game mode. This girl came on day one as our primary setter. We also trained two other setters who were, one was coming off an injury, and the other one fell down to an injury in the very first seeding tournament, which meant even more minutes for this setter. She's had to play about 95% of all sets this year, and you would never know she was hurting. I think after the first seeding tournament, it was like 5 days later, she's showing Carney a picture of her very swollen, very bruised ankle, and just wasn't going to tell us about it. So she is always asking what she can do to improve her game and get the right set to make her setters look, or to make her swingers look fantastic. I can't wait to see what she's going to do in the next half when she's even more healed up. It's an honor to give the coach's choice to Layla. MVP. Now I won't go into honorable mentions because I would say 12 names. Every girl this season has had to step up at multiple moments of the year to give MVP performances to get us across the finish line. However, there's this one girl. She's been on a completely different level this last few months. She may not be the loudest on the court, but her skill and determination speak for itself. I've coached volleyball for about 10 years now, and she's one of the most talented players I've had on a roster. Not only is she a great player, but she's a great teammate and person to be around. Her performance at Provincials last weekend was something special, and us coaches are grateful to have been courtside to witness it. Our most valuable player goes to Izzy.
All right. This year will be a ladder loose group of graduating players. It's something we're very proud of, to recognize athletes that play volleyball and finish their grade 12 year. There's a lot going on, there's a lot of dedication they put into this sport. And I also want to thank their parents, because without their parents, they certainly couldn't offer the dedication. So I'm going to start with, call them up. We're going to hammer it. Riley Bennett. And for the girls, one of my favorite athletes, Katie Jones. So one other thing I want to give two big round of applause. One, Natasha Dubé is going to be taking a break next year. Again, sister. I'm sure she's going to be around, but for 14 years, we've had her coaching our kids. And she's going to take a break, and we're going to miss her, and we wish her all the best. Second person, or junior girls are going to like this. I want to thank Nate. He has worked tirelessly at this event. He put in a ton of time. I also want to thank the volunteers that help out with this event, and all parent volunteers in general. Okay, we can't do it without you. And I think I said it earlier, it really is exceptional. Right? Random emails from people like Brooke, right? And Matt LeBlanc, and like, there's so many cool people we get to have on our club. And I can't thank you enough. Pictures. Grade 12s are all getting pictures. I think that's it.
Yeah.